today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Brees and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Kirk Cousins and the Los Angeles Rams.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Down at the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. taken about 7 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 3 catches, 62 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So out come the Rams now for their 1st possession. They'll be led out by their veteran signal caller. In his 9th season now, it's Kirk Cousins.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college where he was a 3-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
Now the 1st carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Andy Isabella. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now
Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll do it for the 1st quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And out now come the Eagles. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
3rd and 1.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and not much running room. Down to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
So pick up a 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Taylor. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
That's good.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
At the 23-yard line.
Breeze now on 1st down. Now Breeze lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 40, past the 20. 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Giorgio Tavecchio for the extra.
Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
19-yard line.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
2-yard line.
On 1st down, Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
They'll run with Taylor and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. To try again after the sack. Breeze. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. That one is slant to McLaurin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. There the Eagles are back within a score.
Butker on for the point after.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you're going...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Caleb Chason in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the 1st sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Cook following the penalty. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Good work after the catch. Gets them 15 and a first down. On play action, it's Breeze. Slings this deep for McLaurin, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. The final shot before half for Breeze. And that will be incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin in the Windy City, where the New York Giants have made the trip to take on Chicago. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. The Cowboys were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own.
LA readies for its next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again on first down, Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Second and 8.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Johnson.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26.
Brings up second and 9.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Davis there on the covering.
Working out of the gun, Cousins able to find Isabella. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he finds Cook. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On the ground, it's Cook. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Breeze to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a score closer. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the...
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means that
he's into the clear. 30, 10, touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Returnable here for Davis. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Davis on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This is caught inside the 15, and great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Breeze lost the football.
Cousins sacked. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46.
46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will close the gap down to 14.
That's the score. Rams.
So a good kick there to finish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talking about finishing the drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
The onside kick recovered by...
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for L.A., it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.